Welcome to the GovDiscovery AI podcast. I'm your host, Mike Shanley. Today we have a special briefing episode where we'll be covering the fiscal year 2026 discretionary budget request that the White House released on May 2nd, 2025. We'll get into what that included and what it means for federal partners. In the budget request, it highlighted the administration's focus on three main areas: one, national security and defense; border security; and energy independence. Overall, it just proposed a $160 billion cut, which was a bit smaller than we were anticipating, and much smaller than that $1 to $2 trillion number that's been thrown around as the proposed cuts. That said, these cuts were disproportionate across different agencies, and we'll get into what it meant for the different agencies. One other big high-level takeaway is that contractors can expect fewer contract opportunities, but of much larger dollar amounts. One thing this can mean for these small and mid-sized partners is potentially less priming opportunities and more subbing opportunities. A strategic growth implication from that would be to consider focus on building more relationships with those established and new primes, as opposed to focusing on the more resource-intensive proposal development process for these larger bids. Another interesting note is what were the key words the administration is using. It's always important to align your proposals and your proposed solutions with the administration priorities. The word consolidate. Consolidate was used 34 times in the budget request. So that's a word that the administration seems to like and is probably worth considering incorporating into your proposals. Now let's jump into what this meant for for these specific agencies. One, the big winner is the Department of Defense. We saw a 13% increase in that budget request to well over $1 trillion for the 2026 fiscal year. For the Department of Homeland Security, a 65% increase there. DOE, Department of Energy, saw a $15 billion shift from renewables to fossil fuels and nuclear programs. Most other agencies saw significant cuts. One of the larger cuts was to the State Department USAID budget. That was more than an 80% proposed cut in the budget request. We'll see how Congress responds to that and what actually comes through in the final budget. For the final strategic takeaways for partners, focus on solutions that are aligned with the administration's priorities. It's important to keep up both on the presidential actions and updates coming out of the White House, as well as the new staffing changes and the news updates that are coming out of the agencies themselves. And of course, if you're interested in deeper intel on any of these topics or for any of your federal capture pursuits, message the GovDiscovery AI team. You can contact us on LinkedIn, message me at Mike Shanley on LinkedIn or at govdiscoveryai.com. We'll be happy to connect with your team to discuss how we can help deliver deeper, actionable market intel for each one of your capture pursuits.